Hello, this is Horror Studio One, and this is my unedited podcast.
Hello, this is Horror Studio One coming to you once again with the unedited podcast. So for the viewers who just got to my channel and don't know what this is, basically this is just a place where I can speak whatever I want and just say my mind about various other paranormal topics or stuff that I find interesting. So, sorry about the sound quality, guys. I'm currently on my bed right now as I just woke up. And my voice may sound like I have a cold, but actually I don't have a cold. I just woke up and got home really late last night. That is why the sexy, deep voice you guys are hearing right now. So basically, just some things I want to address before starting today's topic, which I've recently found interesting by doing quite a lot. One thing I want to address before all of this is for those individuals who have seen my 4 true scary creepy letters horror stories video, thank you guys for the support you guys gave me on that video. But inside the video I did an intro skit like I usually do, where I basically took inside the skit, it was like I got a fan mail and I opened the fan mail and I read this letter that was written to me by a fan, but it turns out that the letter itself was more like written to me by a hater because it said some pretty bad stuff. A lot of you guys in the comments were extremely nice to me, saying, fuck those people that don't like you. I love your voice. I love how you are, blah, blah, blah. I just want to say thank you guys for all that support, and also want to tell you guys that fan letter is fake. I wrote it. I made it up on the spot, actually, because I thought it would be funny to make fun of myself. The things I said in that intro skit, like, you sound like you're about to take a shit when you narrate. You sound like you're getting a BJ when you narrate, like that kind of stuff. I've had comments like that in the past written to me, actually quite on a regular basis sometimes. And I just found it funny that I was gonna, so I just made a fan letter where I was just like a hate fan letter, and I took those comments that I see on the regular basis, and I put them all into one supposed letter and made that skit for you guys. It was just to be funny, really, just to kind of make you guys chuckle a little bit before the scary video. So don't take it to heart, guys. No one actually wrote me that letter and sent it to my house. It was all just a skit because I do drama. It was all just that. It was the drama technique. But I'm happy that you guys were actually. You guys actually thought that was real, because that means that the acting wasn't too bad, I guess, and the props were pretty good, probably, for you guys to actually think that it was a real letter. If you guys look closely, I took the unopened letter, I put it down. I actually didn't open the letter at all. I just tried to make it look like I did off screen, but I had the piece of paper already off screen prepared. So I guess, it's kudos on my acting in that regard. So without further ado, today's topic is quite interesting. For those Asians who know, Chinese people love to play Mahjong. So Mahjong is a game where it's like a probability game where you basically have 4 people and you try to get combinations with various different tiles in order to win the game, and it's used to for recreational activities. A lot of people use it to gamble or just to kill time kind of thing. So me and my friends, we've been doing quite a bit of that the past 2 days. And, this inspired me to look into this game of Mahjong, because besides being a game where you can gamble and make money and make friends, it also has a long line of history and a lot of other superstitions that surround it. Basically, these little Mahjong tiles have 3 separate sets, and you get combinations of the sets to win the game. They are set up in a pattern where the 4 people are sitting in a square and each have their sets of tiles. These are hard bricks, these tiles, and then you just make combinations out of them. Personally, I'm okay with the game. I kicked ass, I beat everybody because my friends, they sucked. But we were talking about, some scary stories about the Mahjong through first the superstitions that surround it. Basically, when you're playing the game, you're not supposed to put a hand on a player's shoulder because that could indicate bad luck. If you want to win, wear red because that will give you good luck. One thing that's more scary is that in the game, there's basically tiles that represent the four directions: north, south, east, and west. And the west tile is kind of specific because for each specific tile of the game, there's 4 sets. So basically, there's 4 west tiles, there's 4 east tiles, there's 4 number 1 tiles, there's 4 number 2 tiles, and there's 4 players. So it makes it a lot more fair, the probability-wise. But the thing is, if you get 4 west tiles, and each player gets 4 west tiles, you're not supposed to play the 4 west tiles in succession. Nothing else, no other tile is like that, just the west tiles, because in Cantonese, the predominant language of this game, 4 west together, played in succession, means that it basically is slang for death. So if you're playing a game of Mahjong and that just happens to happen, if players know none of them want the west and they all play 4 in a row, it'll mean that they'll all eventually die. I don't know if that's ever happened before, but that's led a lot of superstition around the game to exist. We were talking to my friends and they've said they've heard friends have experiences where the tiles were moved at night. They said that it's not good to leave Mahjong tiles out after playing and going to sleep and leaving it till the next morning to clean up, because some people have done that and the next morning they come back and they see all the tiles stacked neatly together as if there was a pair of hands that did it for them. So without further ado, we have two true scary stories, ghost stories of Mahjong, and when they were playing Mahjong and these paranormal events happened, and they happened in Asia, so these are Asian ghost stories. I'm just going to narrate the first one for you guys. The Mahjong Ghost. I went for a chalet in December last year in the East Coast. This particular incident that I saw was unforgettable for me. At one of the nights, we played Mahjong at the ground floor till it was about 3 in the morning before we decided to go back to the rooms and play cards, as there is air conditioning in the room. So we went to the room after the last game of Mahjong. It did not keep the Mahjong tiles whatsoever. When all of us was already in the room in the second floor, I realized that I had left my handphone below, and I went back down to retrieve it. It was dark, and I couldn't see a thing. I began to feel the creeps, and I decided to take my handphone quickly and leave. Just then, as I was doing so, I saw the Mahjong tiles on the table move like as though someone was playing with it. I got extremely shocked, and I quickly ran up to my room, deciding to forget about my handphone. Now, this ghost story is from Singapore. So, there's Asians in Singapore that like to play Mahjong as well. I'm sorry, guys. I'm on my bed right now, and I just needed to switch positions. Oh. Guys, I won so much yesterday. I won like about $20 because I beat everybody yesterday, man. I don't know. I'm just really good at just random gambling games, I guess. Just streaks of luck I have. Anyways, this is the second Mahjong ghost story. Heritage Hong Kong ghost story. On March 6, 1953, there was a news that happened. It was published on the newspaper. There were 4 people playing Mahjong. During the game, they suddenly saw 2 hands on the table. A special voice said, "Pay me the money." They were scared, extremely so, since there's only 4 people in the entire room. While they were frightened, There were another 6 hands appeared and continued to play the Mahjong that they were playing. This happened, and this news aroused so much interest that around 1,000 people went to that apartment to look for the ghost of the Mahjong. And as time went by, it became an urban legend. One day, there was a boy working in a restaurant. The boss received a call and asked the boy to deliver the food to an apartment building. After the boy collected the money and returned to the restaurant, the money became ghost money. The boss was extremely angry because the thought the boy intended to treat them. However, the boy that swore that he hadn't, he had actually received the money. On the next day, the same phone call was made by that apartment. This time, the boy had looked at the change carefully to see whether it was ghost money or not. He confirmed that the money he received was real. However, when he came back to the restaurant, he once again took out the money he received and the money became ghost money again. Afterwards, the same request is made again to that apartment. At this time, the boss didn't trust the boy and finally went to that apartment himself. When he took the change, he also saw that it was real money. When he returned, the money he received had once again become ghost money. He was very angry because he thought the people in that apartment building was making fun of him and tricking him. He rushed to that apartment and crashed in the door. When he broke into the apartment, he saw there were 4 corpses laying on a mahjong table without a head. Then he fainted. Yeah, Asian ghost stories are like that. You know, you go into the building and what do you see? Asians playing mahjong. So instead of poker, Mahjong is our substitute, basically. So if you guys have any questions about Mahjong, you want answered, you guys like the game, you guys play it on a regular basis, even though most of my fans are, are white people, put it in the comments below. And if you guys want to see something else, maybe like a poker ghost story, that'd be pretty cool. Put it in the comments below. If you guys want to see a real, true, scary Mahjong ghost story video that I can make for you guys, and if the request is high enough, I get enough likes, I'll do that as well. Maybe with just these 2 stories or more that I find on the internet. And if you guys like more of these unedited podcasts, because I like doing these unedited podcasts so much, put in the comments, and I'll be doing more of these in the future for just even more random topics that just come to my mind if you guys wish. So anyways, thank you guys so much for all your time, and I hope you guys have a great day. And stay tuned for tomorrow's video that will be coming out at 1 p.m. in Toronto time. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much, and I love you guys like always. Thank you for all the support. We're almost at 125K. We're on our way. And yeah, man, let's get this shit to 200K. 200K by 2018. All right. All right, guys. Thank you. Bye.